بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. All praise is due to God, the Lord of the universe, and peace be upon prophets and messengers of Allah, the best of mankind. Dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum. On behalf of WAMI's members of Board of Trustees, employees, volunteers, and affiliate organizations, I am honored to welcome all of you for accepting our invitation tonight. I'm sure my colleagues will do their best to make your evening an enjoyable one. Dear guests, since December 2010, the Arab world has been witnessing what has become to be known as the Arab Spring. That has brought down governments in a number of Arab countries. I do not intend to discuss this phenomenon in terms of causes and results, especially in the presence of a group of diplomats and politicians who possess more experience and knowledge regarding such issues. Instead, I intend to dwell on 2 points. The first one, it's noticed that youth were at the heart of the Arab Spring and played a major role in the uprising that led to the change we are witnessing. The events have shown that youth deserve more attention from all of us, from all government and non-government entities. We need to look into their problems, find ways to secure them a decent life with good education, large-scale job opportunities, reasonable housing, and health care. More important, it is to look at the young people not as a problem, but rather as an essential resource that can make important contributions to the economic prosperity of their countries. The second point is the unfortunate mischief and pain and suffering that have accompanied such revolutions. We are indeed disturbed. We are indeed disturbed by the indiscriminate killing of civilians, abuse of human rights, destructions of infrastructure, and mass displacement of people, thus causing severe hardship and misery. Dear friends, look at the killing and destruction taking place in Syria, for example. The situation there calls for an immediate effort from the international community to save civilian lives and provide necessary human aid. We know that some efforts are being exerted in this regard, but frankly, such efforts are not effective and far less than expected. The killing, destruction, and abuse of human rights have increasingly escalated, and we do not see a near end to this misery. Distinguished guests, you know that working with the young people is core business of WAMI. All our policies and activities are geared towards serving them and availing them opportunity to receive high-quality education, and thus empowering them to play a positive role in the development of their societies. However, We know from experience that in many parts of the world, young people are not getting enough help. Governments do not pay enough attention to such youth-oriented programs. We notice a decline in number of scholarships made available to youth throughout the world, probably due to the financial crisis that we are witnessing. In many countries, there is a shortage of youth-oriented programs. We need more programs that accommodate the needs of youth and utilize their potentials for the good and well-being of their societies. Catering for our young people and attending to their needs and aspirations is the only way to contain them and to use them as a positive tools for the development of their countries. Dear friends, in this pleasant occasion, I cannot overlook the suffering of Muslims in Myanmar, where Muslims are killed and forced out of their houses. Whole villages have been burned, and we do not see any move on the part of the international community to intervene and put pressure on the government to stop killing and preserve the rights of Muslims as legal citizens. We, in the World Assembly of Muslim Youth, are saddened by the pictures of these tragedies that are broadcast by satellite channels. We strive to provide humanitarian assistance. We urge all of you, dear brothers and sisters, to provide moral and material support so that we be able to ease the suffering of those people. I especially call upon the diplomats to take the initiative and urge their respective governments to take action and play a positive role saving human lives. Distinguished guests, before I conclude, I offer my sincere thanks and appreciation to the government of the custodian of the Tuhri Mosque, King Abdullah bin Abdul Aziz, for the support and care it renders to WAMI. I also thank all governments as well as public and private bodies and donors who support the work of WAMI and help in the implementation of its humanitarian programs in various countries around the world. I also extend my thanks and appreciation to my colleagues who made this evening possible. I pray to Allah the Almighty to protect our societies from all evils and guide us in our humanitarian endeavor. Amen. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.